Hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. So if you haven't been to my channel, my name is Krista and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. And for today's reading, the prompt that came through is answer the call and level up. The messages you need to nudge you into your leap of faith. So this is partly inspired by my Patreon this month. For the month of February 2026, I'm offering 2 readings and 1 infinite prayer, guided visualization, and Reiki blessing that is going to help you unearth a stubborn pattern in your life. So it's kind of like one of those patterns that you are it's like you're unaware of why you keep landing in the same place, why things haven't changed yet. You try and try and try, and you just land in the same pattern, and you attract the same people, you attract the same like work opportunities, whatever it may be. So in that, I am offering this opportunity to bring it to light, the pattern, and then to truly just have a ceremony around letting it go, releasing it so that you can finally move on, so you can finally be free. And so it kind of gave birth to this reading for YouTube, where I want to give you what you need to take a leap of faith. So this would be like the after effect of releasing what the old. This is you moving into something new. Like breaking a pattern means moving into a new pattern that feels uncomfortable, that feels stumbly at first. And so this is the energy of that. You getting what you need to move into that new era of your life. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So go ahead and choose from group number 1 with the Snapdragon, group number 2 with the Catchfly, it's called a Catchfly Prairie Gentian, group number 3 with the purple Carnation, or group number 4 with the red Gerbera daisy, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. So for this reading, the prompt that came through is answer the call and level up. The messages you need to nudge you into your leap of faith. So I spoke about this in the intro, but this is inspired by the month of February of 2026 in my Patreon. I'm offering an opportunity to break a long-held pattern, to bring light to it, and to truly release it and let it go so you can move into the new. And based off of that, the new means walking into a new pattern, which will be uncomfortable at first, which will feel uncertain at first, but it's so necessary. And it feels like a leap of faith, but you're just forging something beautiful that is so aligned with your soul. And that's the energy I want to bring forth in this reading. So if you are in my Patreon and you happen to find this reading, this could give you, and say you watch this before you do the February readings and infinite prayer session, this could give you hope. This could be an opportunity to see where you're going. And then I just love the juxtaposition of seeing where you're going and then looking back and seeing what are the loose ends, like honoring your past cycle, honoring where you've been, giving it like the celebration and gratitude that it deserves, because the person that you needed to be in that patterning, while you may not need to be that person anymore, it's just worth honoring. So anyway, ultimately, this is your new beginning, and these are the messages you need to help you take a leap of faith in your life. So you chose group number 1 with the Snapdragon. Snapdragons are symbolic of passion and new beginnings. So let's see if the Snapdragon has a message for you today. Snapdragon, do you have a message for group? Oh, and I love that you're group 1, new beginnings. It is time and you are ready. You may not feel ready. It may feel uncomfortable, strange, weird to take this new step, but you are so ready and you are strong. Your faith has been strengthened. You are exactly where you need to be emotionally, spiritually, physically to move forward onto this new path, into this new patterning, to take a leap of faith, because it doesn't feel like a leap of faith when you know that you're exactly where you're meant to be every step of the way, when it just feels right, when you have an overwhelming sense of calm in the midst of chaos. You know everything's going to be just as it's supposed to be. This is where you're at. It's time to take that step and be surprised by the amount of calm and steadiness on the other side of the nervous one step, the nervous one leap. So much calm and freedom on the other side of that. You are ready. You are ready. You are ready. All right. Thank you, Snapdragon. Lovely. So let's see what your first card is. I pulled from the Tree Keeper's Oracle. I may or may not read from the guidebook. We'll see. So you got number 5 with Keeper of Time. Wow, it's kind of making me think of the 5 of Pentacles, which is a card about lack, and even like with the word time, that is making me think of lack in a way. And there's always a tree in a lot of the Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles cards, for whatever reason. Like a feeling of, I have so much time in my life and I want to use it in a way that honors the truth of my soul. I'm going to lift this up so you can see the imagery here. It's so intricate. There is wisdom in the embrace of time. There is wisdom in the embrace of aging. There is, like, in the recognition that we only have so much time, in the recognition and honor of the reality of, I mean, this sounds heavy, but death. There is such a gift there because you can live life to the fullest. There's something here about that. There's something here about recognizing the impermanence of our nature on this planet as human beings, and that being such a gift. Like, while it's so sometimes painful to acknowledge and confront, and there could be a mourning process with that, it brings you to life. It makes things feel visceral and real. And I think you're being called into that, like the recognition of, like, you do only have so much time. I don't want to put you into a state of urgency. It's not about that. It's about recognizing that with the time you have right here, right now, what do you want to do with it? It brings you into a sense of alertness, aliveness, of just making sure you tell everyone and show everyone the love that you really, really are filled with internally. So there's something here about taking a leap of faith in regards to being more expressive of the love that you have held within you and not waiting till later. So we'll see where this goes, but that's just an initial energy and message there, and we'll keep pulling cards, get a little deeper here. But yeah, I'm going to pull, let's pull from the Sacred Destiny. I just heard, like, life is going to be better than you can ever imagine. If you'd only just let go, if you'd only just trust where your soul is guiding you. I see someone going internal and just deepening into their soul, and then recognizing that some of the stuff they've cared about and the direction, like, that they've allowed to be part of, like, the compass of their soul, recognizing, why have I allowed this to have a say? I feel like it's keeping me stuck, or I feel like it's keeping me off track. Like, when my true north is elsewhere. My true north, it's like a remembrance. Like, I feel like you're walking into a remembrance of your true north, and because of that, you're more ready and willing to take leaps of faith, to do something scary, because it's like, no, this is where I know I'm meant to be. And I think over time, I've just succumbed to difficulties. I've succumbed to external expectations. I've succumbed to fears of insecurity. And I just don't want to do that anymore. I only have this life and this time at my fingertips, and I want to use it wisely, and I want to live it up. You know, I want to do the things that I'm scared to do, and just know that everything's going to be okay. And I want to commit to my new path. Okay, so we have stillness. Interesting. I do kind of get the sense that you've been in stillness, like you've been, like, quote unquote stuck, like what feels like stuck. But I also get this feeling of, again, with that soul searching, maybe you've needed to be in this stillness. Maybe the universe needed to kind of slow things down around you, because what if you were heading in a direction that wasn't ultimately going to fulfill you? You thought it was going to fulfill you, but maybe there are elements to it that were taking you off course, where you were just like a few feet off the path. But then even just taking like when you're on, like, say you have a compass and the compass is like off just like a degree, you're going to, like, while it's only a degree off, it's akin to where you're supposed to go. It's still going to take you in a completely different direction and get you way far off the path, and you're going to land in a destination where you kind of have to circle back. And, like, I think you get what I'm saying. Let's see what else we have here. Wow, healing chaos. Interesting. And we have a tornado with butterflies all around it coming through, and I feel like your path is being cleared. And I feel like the next step you take in your life, like the next big step you choose, is going to be something that feels like chaos while you're in it, but with this healing chaos and stillness, it's like you're going to be so calm within it. Like within the change of it all, within the shift of it all. Like something deep within will know, this is where I'm supposed to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull from the native spirit. This is a soul calling you're walking toward. This isn't just some surface level destination. This is deeper than that. Like if you're manifesting money, or if you're manifesting something material, like you can think of it in your mind and you can have an image of what you think it's going to look like, but it's not going to look like that. But when you go within and you align to that true north within, and you align to the soul desire in its purest essence, and you feel it, and you let it pulse within you, and you allow yourself to be attracted to where you need to be, like you allow that compass to just take you somewhere, even though your mind is saying like, this doesn't make sense, it isn't where I thought I'd be. That's when you land exactly where you need to land. That's where you end up exactly where you didn't know you needed to be. Okay, so we have vision quest. Exactly. Vision quests are like, you go into the desert, you have no idea what's going to happen. You're on a quest. You want to find that soul, that part of your soul that gives you the answers, that gives you the clarity. That's I just want to validate you if you've been on a journey like that recently, where you've felt like you don't really know where you're going or what you're doing, you're just listening to your soul. You are doing the 100% right thing that you need to do right now in your life. You also have Circle of Life. There's a labyrinth here. Ooh, a labyrinth kind of makes sense for your energy too. Like you're kind of just like trying to find your way through a maze to the center, and it feels uncertain, but if you just follow that instinct, you'll land right where you need to be. All right, let's get into the tarot. I'm going to pull from the Wild Unknown Tarot. I have 2 tarot decks, so I'll pull a few from the Wild Unknown and a few from the Radiant Wilds. Ooh, I like that they both have the word wild in them. I wonder if that's significant. Like leaps of faith, like feel like aligning to a wildness in your soul. Okay, so we have 2 of Pentacles, Temperance, Father of Pentacles, and 7 of Pentacles. I'm going to pull a few of these. So far your minor arcanas are all Pentacles, and then we have Temperance. Were you group number 3? What? No, it was group number 2 in my Bring What Is Hidden to the Light reading this February. I just did it, and it was all Pentacles. Oh my God, this one just flew out too. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. If you are in my Patreon and you chose group number 2 with all the Pentacles cards for that reading in February 2026, please, that would be crazy. Go ahead and comment down below if you did. Okay, so the Hanged One. Ooh. I don't normally pull reversals, but this one feels like it needs to be reversed. And then we have another Pentacles card. Of course we do. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles is about reaping rewards from work you've put in. King of Pentacles is this grounded, supportive, fatherly figure. It's this energy of you have everything you need. You've planted your seeds wisely and they have grown to tall, stately oak trees. And Temperance and 2 of Pentacles. I mean, all of this is telling me you've been on a journey step by step by step by step to build something that you are proud of in the material world. You've been walking towards something. You could be building wealth. You could be building something that you could leave behind you when you go. Like you could have this, it feels like this feeling of what I build, I want to, it almost feels like, wow, I kind of love also, wow, I didn't even realize this. We have the Father of Pentacles and the King and Queen of Pentacles looking at each other. We have a woman looking this direction, a stag looking in her direction, and in the center we have that reaping what you sow energy. Something beautiful is coming to fruition for you. And moving forward, again, it's not going to feel like a leap of faith. Like you're going to kind of, like, it's going to feel a little unnerving, but overwhelmingly you know where you're going. You have everything you need. This is a shift, like finally movement is happening. The fact that we have the Hangman reversed next to stillness. The Hangman is about stagnancy, but it's reversed. So this is movement. This is change. Eight of Pentacles is about like mastering something. You've done an amazing job of slowly and steadily planting your seeds, tending to your garden, doing the research to make sure that you're honoring each seed in the way that it needs to be honored. Two of Pentacles is about balancing and juggling kind of many different tasks. And it just feels like you have been building something really important in your life that has like it feels like a manifestation journey that's holistic, that has to do with all levels, like emotional, spiritual, material. And it just feels like you've just done such an excellent job. You really have. You're headed towards something so stable and so grounded and so rooted. And because you've been so tentative along the way, the leap of faith you're taking is held down so firmly, like held, I don't know how do I word this? Sorry, let me regroup here and get into a flow. You are a group of people who want to leave an imprint of love on this planet, and that can be on a small scale or a large scale. You want to leave this planet better than you found it. I'm seeing a child. There's a child in this imagery with the Keeper of Time. I'm seeing the love you instill in a child or children being carried forth. Like she has a flower in her hand, but I was seeing a lantern, like a child carrying a lantern, and the lantern they have, the little light they have in their soul, in their heart that guides them forward is your love. Your love. So whatever that means for you, please take it as it resonates. But the love you instill in a child or children is powerful. Powerful. That is part of the legacy you leave on this planet. I was also seeing someone who wants to heal the planet. Like literally, we were talking about metaphorical seeds you're planting, but this could be literal seeds as well. This could be something you want to do to contribute to nature and the healing of nature and the honoring of nature. You are entrusted with the means to make a true lasting impact on this planet. And it's up to you whether you embrace that opportunity of your soul or not. So there are, like I could think of so many scenarios and how this energy could play out, but ultimately the essence of it, I'm feeling so many material resources. Like I have my hands right here and I feel like fruits and vegetables are being handed to me, but also money and like love, like people's hearts, people's stories. Like you're entrusted with something so beautiful. It's like when something's given to you, you take it and you hold it dear. And not only do you hold it dear, but you somehow manage to turn it into more. Like you take it, like even if someone hands you or shares like a painful story with you, you take it, you transmute it, you turn it into love, and you find a way to use to change the world in a positive way with it. It's like that kind of, like whatever is given to you, you transmute it into something beautiful. And that's also what the Temperance card is about, transmutation, like turning lead into gold kind of energy. That's who you are. So you are so entrusted. It's literally just ingrained in your system to be someone who can take in the world like what's given to them and either multiply the good or transmute the quote bad, you know? That's who you are. That's who you are. So I think, you know, when we kind of like veer back to the initial intention with the reading, answer the call, level up, the messages you need to nudge you into your leap of faith, I just want you to know just how trusted you are by the divine to do something powerful in the world. Whether that's birth a child and instill love into that child, and maybe they'll go on to do something amazing. And I'm not like, amazing can just be being a loving, conscious human being and a good example. It doesn't have to be like this big thing. But it is amazing though. Even that, like the beauty of the simplicity of just love and being a loving person and the impact that can make is worth saying. That's amazing and that's grand and that's beautiful. That's something powerful, and that's a legacy worth leaving. So, but again, it can also, for those of you who want to do something grand, it can be that as well. Something big and overarching. Like one of my dreams is to help restore the prairie. You know, I had this awakening around Prairie land a few years ago, and a recognition that, you know, what is the Midwest and is corn and beans and, you know, just commercial farming with pesticides all over it, used to be this beautiful wild landscape. And I was heartbroken. I went through this mourning phase, and it just was like, I want to take this and I want to be someone who changes this, even in the smallest way, whatever I can do, you know. And it just feels like with all these like pinnacles, what is on your heart? That's the message. What is on your heart that you want to do? 2222, as I looked up at the camera timer, because you can be a part of a revolution of change. You really can. You have everything you need, and you will have everything you need. And you are the type of person to follow through. And all you have to do is keep following your intuitive guidance, take steps in the material world, believe that you are entrusted to, and you are powerful enough to make a positive difference, but you're also surrendered to something so much bigger than you. And so that's one of the reasons why you should trust yourself, because you know you're being guided and it's not about you. I don't know, it just feels like I'm trying to convince you, like it's like the divine coming down and trying to convince you that you do have what it takes to make a difference while you're on this planet. And so whatever's on your heart, the changes you want to see around you, within you, in your intimate circle, in the broader circle, it's possible. So what's that pure-hearted desire? Like how do you want to make a difference? You can be a part of that, and all you have to do is follow those inner nudges in how. And it will always be loving, and it will always be kind, and it will always be hopeful and faith-filled. Those steps that you're called to take. So just know, with the Father of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles here, you are so entrusted. And you will instill your values, you will instill your loving energy into the next generation. Okay, so I'm going to pull one last card from the Work Your Light Oracle, and I think I'm going to read from the guidebook. We'll see. See if I need to. It says, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. Love is your true north. We talked about true north a lot. Like that inner compass. Wow. All right, I'm going to read from the book. Do not question things so much. You are on the right track. You are facing the right way. Stop overthinking it. It's happening, and you are closer than you think. You are exactly where you need to be, and things are moving at the perfect speed. Do not rush it. Now is not the time to be impatient. Now is the time to walk steady. There is no rush. What you are building is being built. What you have planted soon will blossom. With every new day, a new brick is being laid. You have come a long way. The foundations are steady. Now all that is needed is for you to trust and keep walking forward. If a thought that things should be moving faster enters your head, that is just your ego comparing your rising to someone else. Comparison is not your friend. Stay in your lane, water your own garden, knowing that your time to bloom will come soon. Work your light. You are already doing it. Keep going. Yes, yes. It is like initially it felt like when I was saying like you're doing beautifully. If anything, there are just minor tweaks that you need to make before you, and just keep taking steps. It's like you're forging something beautiful. So, okay. Alrighty. Thank you so much, group number 1. I am honored by your presence. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply, please go ahead and listen to my outro to learn more about Patreon, the Infinite Prayer, my adorable merch, and my other YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Bye. If you'd like to be supported more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick a flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of the Little Flower Patreon. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment, a sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. Each month in the Wellspring membership, I channel a theme or prompt for 2 new pick a flower readings, with one of those readings laying the foundation for what emerges in the Infinite Prayer. Using Reiki, prayer, intuitively guided affirmations, and a belief in miracles, I offer a new, powerful transmission each month. With the Overflow membership, receive everything in Wellspring, plus access to every new extended Infinite Prayer session drawn from monthly YouTube readings from October 2025 on. Click the link in the description box below if you feel called to explore. Feel free to like, comment, drop a flower emoji, or subscribe to The Little Flower. You may browse single Infinite Prayer transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo with the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip or buy me a coffee if you feel called to. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, my heart and soul in video form. I'd be honored to have you over there as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. So if you haven't been here, I always just give you my little spiel. My name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature. So for today's reading, the prompt that came through is answer the call and level up. The messages you need to nudge you into your leap of faith. So this was inspired by my February of 2026 month in Patreon. So I'm using the energies of the eclipse portal that we're currently in to help you to release a stubborn pattern, like shine light on the unseen and finally let go of something that you haven't been able to release, find that pattern that just keeps landing you where you don't want to be, and finally unearth it and integrate what you need to integrate, let go of what you need to let go of, and say goodbye. So that's the energy of the month of February in my Patreon. If you're interested, there will be a link down below to that. And the energy of this reading was inspired by that because this is going to be the energy that you're entering into once you complete that process, that letting go, that releasing, whatever it may be that you need to fully let go of that old stubborn pattern. This reading here is that new portal, like that new step, that aligned destiny, that place you're entering. So this is the messages you need to take that step into the unknown. And a new step into new patterning can feel uncomfortable. It can feel a little bit like stumbly, like you're kind of just getting your bearings. A lot of page cards came through in my first reading for that. And it is because it's like newbie energy. You're building new literal neural pathways in your brain. So it feels a little bit unsteady at first, but that's normal. And so I just want to give you the energy you need to just take like that little nudging to just move forward into that new direction in this reading. So you chose group number 2 with the Catchfly. Wait. It's Catchfly, Prairie, Gentian. It's kind of a weird name of a flower, but you've got a cluster here. You've got 2 in full bloom, and then you've got a few little buds there. Very delicate flowers. It's been a while since I've been able to actually use these because I'll buy a bunch, and these ones wilt so fast that I'm hardly able to use them, but I got to it in time. You've got these beautiful flowers here, and let's see what they have to say to you today. So, Gentian flowers, do you have anything to say to group number 2? I heard, yes, I do. I love you. I love you. I couldn't live without you. I'm so grateful for you. And I'm ready to welcome you into my arms, into my home, into my family. You are headed into a safe place. I can promise you that. The love you've always yearned for, the sense of safety and home that you've been needing. I am here, and I am calling you in, and I am welcoming you in. You will feel more at home here than you've ever felt. I love you. I feel honored by you, and I honor you. I'm inspired by you, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be a part of who you are. Okay, so the energy of this felt like a message, like someone's calling you in. Like it's an energy that's pulling you, that's beckoning you forward. And it can be a partnership, it can be a friend, it can be an energy of like a workspace or collaborator with your art, or like, you know, it could be anybody. But if there was someone or an energy that was coming to your mind and heart as that message was coming through, then I would say that's it. So yeah, it's like the energy of open arms and a coming home, like a homecoming is really what's coming through in this. And I love that you picked the cluster, you know, like a cluster of flowers just kind of represents community. And we've got these 2 main flowers here. It's like union, partnership. So that's really beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and see what your overarching energy is here. I pulled from the Tree Keeper's Oracle, and you got number 3 with Keeper of Wishes. And there is a well here, and there is a woman and a man up on the top of the well, and it's almost like they put something down into the well. Hold on, let me look at it. This is a true wish. This is a wish of the soul that is meant to be kept by the divine, meant to be fulfilled by the divine. This woman's throwing her coin in. There's this like rope that is carrying something beautiful. It's hanging this light at the bottom of the well, and all they have to do is kind of reel it up, you know, to get their treasure. And there's something here about, because there's a landscape all around the well, and there are like dinosaur bones, like ancient, it just feels like, I mean, that represents death, like all of the bones of the animals in the ground surrounding the well. And it's making me think of, in a landscape that, like, in an energy of the old, and in an energy of releasing what never served you or what doesn't serve you anymore, and in this death energy of letting go, this is the most fertile ground for you to make this wish, because there are no facades. There's no surface level desire that's coloring your wish. Your wish is so pure. It's at the root of your soul. And so it's inevitable that it come true. That's the energy here. So beautiful. Very beautiful. I'm going to keep pulling cards to get some more context and everything. So let's pull from the Sacred Destiny. I keep catching a glimpse of the butterfly card as I'm shuffling, but it hasn't come out yet. And I think it says transformation on that card. And that's kind of the energy I was like, that death energy is like transformation. Like the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. Like the old dying, the new being birthed from it. Ooh, we have miracles. That's one of my favorite cards in this deck. And oh, this came through in group 1. Healing chaos. Okay. There's just such a miracle waiting for you. You're being called to believe in miracles, to believe in the unfathomable, to not heed so much your like certainties, you know, and to truly just follow your soul, to know that the desires on your heart are pure and they're meant to come true, and to follow the steps that unfold before you towards those desires, even when they feel scary, even when they feel overwhelming, even when they feel like rationally they don't make sense. You are aligned to your soul, and you are aligned to your heart's purest desires. And while the fruition of those desires may not look exactly like you think they will, and while the path to them may not look how you think it will, they're still meant to come to fruition. You're so being called into letting go of like preconceived notions, expectations of how everything's supposed to unfold, and just to follow that purest of intention. And if you align to that, when something is presented to you, to know whether or not it is aligned with that purest intention, all you have to do is go within, align to that pure intention, and look and see, is the energy of this thing, this person, matching this? And if it's not, then keep moving. Okay, I'm going to keep pulling cards. We're going to pull from the native spirit. All right, so, ooh, we have gathering your tribe. This is so about community, partnership, union, friendship. That message of going within and finding that realignment to the true soul desire. That could be about the partnership you want, the friendships you want, that intimacy that you desire, and the way that's supposed to feel. You know, that can be revealed to you. That probably has been revealed to you. And I think a lot of times when we're presented with an opportunity that we think resembles, or we think can fulfill that desire, we kind of forget the original intention, and we can get off course because we're so desperate for that desire to be fulfilled, you know? So this is just a reminder to deepen into the purest essence of that, so that you don't mistake something that comes in as the fulfillment for that when it's not. Okay, yes, we have wounded healer. I was just thinking of not attracting, oh, this feels so much like people, you know, like energies of people, like not attracting a partner or friends that, or like even like being in a workplace, or, you know, just environments, like not attracting environments that are reflections of unhealed parts of you, or reflections of old wounding for that matter. Because again, this is a reading inspired off of that release, that February release energy from Patreon. Like it's, and in that energy, that is a forever goodbye. So this is walking into a new energy that may feel a little like almost boring. Like it feels deeply settling in your soul and in your root. But it could feel like you can miss it. You know what I mean? Like you can miss it if you weren't open-minded. You can miss it if you didn't just give something a chance, you know? It's so interesting because there's a difference between familiarity because of shared wounding and familiarity because of a deep honoring of your soul nature. And that familiarity of your soul nature could, like if you find energies, people, or person that aligns with that, it could be a little scary at first because you have to deem yourself worthy first and foremost to let someone in like that, that's going to honor you the way you deserve. So first and like that's why you're being so deeply called into honoring of that part of you. That's where you need to focus. You don't need to focus outside of you. You don't need to feel like you're on this search or this hunt for energies that resonate, you know? It's as long as you stay aligned with yourself, and as long as you continue to put yourself out there and continue to take steps towards that, like towards where that part of you, that whole healed part of you is calling you, you cannot miss what's meant for you if you do that. Okay, so I'm going to start with the tarot. We're going to pull a few from the Wild Unknown and a few from the Radiant Wilds. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Son of Cups or the Knight of Cups. Oh, you have the Star as your center. The star is this, well, it's representative of hope, but it's also, it's like this is totally the reiteration of that original, like that wish, that dream on your heart, that desire on your heart that's so pure. That's what the star represents in this context. It's like you have a, like, say you have a desire for true love, and I think a lot of you do, or desire for friends and family and community that feels right and that honors you and that respects you and treats you the way you deserve and that you feel a part of truly, like that home feeling. It's that. This is what that is. And you're being called to it. And again, it's so funny because you're being called inward, and that is what's going to get you there. That's the most beautiful thing. And that's like this representation of this well and all this like death energy around it. But the well is so perfect and pure. And it's like you're just going within your being and finding that purity amongst all of the old that has died away. So cool. I'm going to pull, yes, from the Radiant Wilds now. Go within, go within, go within. If you're unsure, go within. Please, for the love of God. It's like there's this protective energy really coming through that just wants to see you in safe, like emotionally safe environments. And so if you listen to your soul, you can't go wrong. And it will strengthen your resolve to make decisions about energies, people, environments with like conviction, you know, with strength. Okay, so we've got a few cards here. Oh, a couple cards. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which came out in group number 1. And then the Hanged Man reverse, which came out in group number 1 too. So we are going to, this is, if you felt called to group number 1, that could be a sign for that. But I think we're doing collective energy here, so it just makes sense, you know. And with this eclipse portal that we're in right now, for some reason I really want to tell you this right now. Sometimes that inner blockage can feel so overwhelming and overcoming when you're in it. But in this case, overcoming the block can feel so easeful and light. It doesn't have to be like a fight. That's what it feels like. It can be easeful. And all you have to do, sorry, but go within. Go within, go within, go within. Like, all you have to do is like meditate, you know? Sit with it. Don't avoid it. Don't escape out of it. Literally all you have to do, like the action step is like go sit on a cushion on the floor. Play some healing music or do a guided meditation. Like, you know, like take a walk in nature. Just don't ignore it anymore. That's literally all you have to do. And the more you ignore it, the bigger it gets. And the more uncomfortable you get. But then once you literally just give it a breath to breathe and you sit with it, it can go. It's like the secret trick you didn't know, like would just clear everything. yeah, I can definitely attest to yesterday. I was going to do my Patreon reading about shining a light on a block yesterday, and like an inner blockage came up for me. And I was just laying there like, ugh, like I feel stuck, like I feel frozen, like I don't even, like, how am I supposed to do this reading right now? And so I decided, okay, I'm not going to do the reading today. I'm going to actually go and do a meditation and just see what the hell this is, because clearly, in order to do the reading for the block releasing, I have to apparently release my own block first, you know? So I did that, and it had to do with, I mean, I don't have to explain what it had to do with. It was like a childhood, teenagehood thing, you know? But ultimately, it was the most easeful thing to do. And then today, the door came open, and I was excited to do the reading. There were no block. I just needed to address it, you know? And it was easeful, and the meditation was pleasure filled. Like, it wasn't a big deal. It was just like, stop ignoring it. Like, the reason you're so uncomfortable is because you're ignoring it. So anyway, I just felt like I needed to tell you that. Like, Nine of Swords is about fears, but it's about unfounded fears. You could be fearful of addressing something within, but it's not what you think. It truly isn't. If anything, you're going to find something beautiful that you didn't know you needed to find. And that's what it felt like for me in that meditation yesterday. Like, a part of me just needed set free, you know? So yeah, so, you know, Ten of Swords is very in keeping with what we're talking about here. It's like painful endings, letting go of the past. And it just feels like it's giving that energy of like, there's something in your life that you're like, it's like beating a dead horse. You're spending too much time ruminating in energies that are, they're dead, they're gone. And again, with like the death energy in this, like next to the well with the bones and stuff, like, this is ripe time for you to find gold, you know, like you're digging for gold. There's something here for you to find. It's like you're on fertile grounds, and you've been focused too much on that death energy and not enough on the rebirth, the light, the hope, you know? So that's what you're being called into. Just recognize that you're just a couple shifts away from healing. You're just a couple shifts away from an awakening and a shift, like a big shift. And it's just about, I keep saying this, but stop ignoring what's trying to get your attention. That's all it is. Yeah, like the Hanged Man reversed is an end to stagnancy. Like, you want an end to stagnancy? Well, sit with the stagnancy and see what's there. Be with it. Stop resisting it. Stop running away. Stop hiding. I wonder what the Queen of Pentacles is for you. I keep, like, everything else made sense, and then the Queen of Pentacles is like, I don't know. It kind of feels like that will be the energy you're stepping into. This, like, powerful, strong, rooted, grounded, and all this talk about fertility and planting, like, this is like lush ground for you to plant your seed, your wish. On the other side of this is you tending to your garden, feeling rooted and stable in who you are, feeling fully integrated in all elements of who you are, feeling like you have the energy to provide and give to others, feeling confident in your ability to traverse the landscape of not only your soul, but on this earth as well, because it can be a scary place to traverse. But this is you just feeling steady and confident and grounded in your soul and who you are, and listening to that light within. It's like that when we were talking about you going within and strengthening that true, like that true desire, like the heart of it. That will be the thing. That's the path. And that's like, as I was channeling that and talking about that, it felt like kind of like unsteady. You know, it felt like, okay, this is something you really need to take care for, and you really need to tend to for a while, and you really need to keep aligning internally to the truth, you know, to the authentic part of you, and just honor that consistently. And this is only a phase you will be in, because soon you'll be so rooted in who you are. And then the physical, material world and the people around you will be reflecting that back to you, that you feel so fortified in who you are that you'll never like you'll never go back, you know, you'll never fall into those old patterns. Like the wounded healer is the healer who used to be wounded, not, they're not still wounded. They're the person who traversed the darkness and found the light, and who helps other people find the light. That's where you're going. That's who you're going to be. So you've got this. Like this is an exciting journey, and it's exciting because it's the simplest step. Like go within and honor your truest desires, honor who you are and what you deserve, and keep doing that, and you'll land. Like you'll just land where you're supposed to be. And don't ignore the discomforts. Just be with them and listen to them. This is all part of it. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pull one last card from the Work Your Light Oracle, and I'll read from the guidebook for this. Aw, I love too, they're reaching down into the well with their thing, and then the star is right under the well. Like there's something so beautiful in your internal landscape that you're meant to just hold on to and protect and integrate into your being. That is your journey right now. I almost want to tell you to come back to this reading when you're feeling off course or when you're feeling uncertain. Like bookmark it or something. Okay. Yes. Protection. You have the protection card. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. This is so important for you. I feel like there have been energies in your past that were like sucking your life force, like other people who just weren't aligned, people you were giving your love or your energy to that just were taking, and they just weren't honoring it or respecting it the way it deserved. Yeah, okay. Like even this guidebook, the way it's set up, it's not in alphabetical order, and it drives me insane. But I'm like, you know what? You have to it's a metaphor. You have to go to the map, you know? You have to go to the beginning. Okay, where's this card? Let me find the exact, let's see, protection. Like, it's on page 102. Okay. So that's you. It's like when you feel off course, you just like, your inner map is available to you at all times. You just have to go back to the beginning, go back to that origin space within your being, and just realign to it. And then everything will become clear from there. So yeah, protection. I might have been reaching for that metaphor, but it worked. 102. Yes, you get distracted a lot, I think. You need that inner compass. Okay. You are being called to protect your energy and call back your power. May all the lost pieces return home now. Take a look at who and what drains your energy. Do not keep your tabs open. Shut down energetically each night. Energetic cords are formed between people, places, objects, and events, so it's important to keep checking in. Your energy and energetic space are sacred, so treat them as such. Keeping your energy clear takes work. As we go through life, we can give away our power, so it is important that we call it back by cutting energetic cords or doing a form of healing known as soul retrieval. Can you think of a traumatic event, relationship, or soul memory that you're being called to call back your power from? Check into your body now and see which chakra feels like it needs a bit of energetic cleanup. Okay, work your light activation. Hold the card on the chakra or chakras that needs cleaning and repeat the following. So hold your hand on a chakra that you feel needs clearing. I'm going to hold mine on my sacral. That feels like you might need that too. Oh, we have this beautiful orange flower up here too. That's cool. But yeah, like your sacral chakra, like, because that's where all your attachments, or a lot of your attachments to like other people might be. So, okay, it says, and you can say this aloud or to yourself. I call back any lost soul fragments, power, or light now. Any vows, soul contracts, hexes, or programs from the past or present, from this life or others that are not in the highest good of all, I relinquish now. Any power or light that I have willingly or unwillingly given away or had taken from me, I call back now. Any cords or attachments from this life or others, I release now for the highest good of all. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Okay. So in Patreon this month for February, I am doing, for the second reading, there's an infinite prayer session, which is a powerful healing transmission. So it just depends on the prompt, the month, the energies that are present. But it's kind of like a guided visualization, or sometimes it's affirmations, but I channel Reiki, and it's just this beautiful space where you can receive what you need energetically to shift, to heal, to grow, to release. And this talked a lot about soul retrieval, and I do believe that's part of what's going to happen in this month's Infinite Prayer session, with this letting go, honoring where we've been, and making sure we're bringing all of ourselves forward into the new. That could be very beneficial for you. So if you feel called to that, there is a link down below to the Patreon. So otherwise, thank you so much for being here. This was a beautiful reading, and I'm honored by your presence. If you'd like to learn more about Patreon, the Infinite Prayer, my merch, my other YouTube channel, go ahead and listen to this outro. And hopefully I'll see you in another reading. Thank you so much. Bye. If you'd like to be supported more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick a flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of the Little Flower Patreon. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment. A sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. Each month in the Wellspring membership, I channel a theme or prompt for 2 new Pick a Flower readings, with one of those readings laying the foundation for what emerges in the Infinite Prayer. Using Reiki, prayer, intuitively guided affirmations, and a belief in miracles, I offer a new, powerful transmission each month. With the Overflow membership, receive everything in Wellspring, plus access to every new extended Infinite Prayer session drawn from monthly YouTube readings from October 2025 on. Click the link in the description box below if you feel called to explore. Feel free to like, comment, drop a flower emoji, or subscribe to The Little Flower. You may browse single Infinite Prayer transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo with the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip or buy me a coffee if you feel called to. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, my heart and soul in video form. I'd be honored to have you over there as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower. So if you haven't been here, my name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant path. So the prompt that came through for this reading is answer the call and level up. The messages you need to nudge you into your leap of faith. So this was inspired. This was inspired by the month of February in my Patreon. I'm currently channeling this and channeling those readings within an eclipse portal. So it is February of 2026. We have 2 eclipses happening. So we have on the 17th, we have a new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius. And then on March, I think 3rd, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. And what I'm gathering, what I'm feeling, I've read a little bit into it, but I always just go off of energy and how I'm feeling this eclipse portal is working in my life. So I'm assuming it's universal. But what I'm feeling is this opportunity to truly break a pattern, to truly something stubborn, like a big shift, like a powerful shift. Now is the time. And so in my Patreon this month, I am giving my Patreon members the opportunity to shine light on a stubborn pattern that they haven't been able to break thus far, and to truly know what they need to do to let go, to honor where they've been and who they've been, and to truly move on into new territory. So this reading is inspired by the idea that, like, this is the energy of what comes after the release of that old pattern. What comes, like, what is that first next step into the unknown, into the new patterning where you're building new neural pathways, where it feels unsteady, like where it feels a little uncomfortable, but you're headed towards your destiny, you're making this beautiful change that's aligning you to what's right for you. So that's the energy of this reading here. So let's go ahead and get into it. You chose group number 3. We are on group number 3, and you chose the purple carnation, which is symbolic of admiration, spontaneity, and adventure. And let's see if this purple carnation has a message for you. Okay, it's like there's so much that wants to come out that I couldn't like verbalize it. All I was feeling the energy with the symbolism of the flower, but also just the energy in general is this adventurous spirit, like this free spirited energy. Like you have so much ahead of you. You have so much life ahead of you. So many new beginnings, so many firsts, so much vibrancy and aliveness ahead of you in your life. Embrace the adventure. Go on the journey. It is time to break free. It is time to let go. It's time to trust yourself. Trust your adventurous spirit. They know what to do. They know where to go. You are safe. You are protected on your journey. Your journey to adventure, fun, lightness, beauty, freedom, ecstasy, joy. You are safe there. You're safer there more than you've been safe anywhere. Trust in that part of you to guide you. Yay, moving forward. Wow. Okay, so I think you guys are heading into a more adventurous era of your life, a more exciting era, like just newness. I just see all this color and light and newness and music and art and like there's just so much beauty and culture. Some of you could be moving into an era of traveling more, meeting new people. Yeah, it just feels like a whole new world opening up, full of color, joy, and feeling safe within it, you know? Feeling like this is where I'm meant to be within this newness, even though it's unknown, even though it's new, this is where I feel the most safe, you know? Okay, so the first card I pulled from the Tree Keeper's Oracle will be kind of like an overarching or underlying theme, and we have number 38 with Keeper of the Game. Whoa, we have this fairy and like this huge tree being playing chess and tons of animals. They're playing chess and the chessboard is resting on the back of a turtle. So that's interesting. And a stone with a crown on it. Oh, we have a couple of cardinals. I like to mention all the little details in the cards because you can't really see them sometimes and they might be symbols for you. You know, there's a fox, lots of fairies. So yeah, ultimately the first energy that came through with Keeper of the Game was play, fun, like playing games, like childlike energy. But then we have this chessboard, which I find interesting. So we'll keep going and see how the chess game comes into play within the reading, because chess more so makes me think of like puppeteering something, or like it's making me think of like power games and like, so we'll see. That's, I don't know what that is yet. So we'll pull some cards first from the Sacred Destiny. I'm like more nervous in your group for some reason than I have been in any of the groups I've read for today, like in my Patreon reading or in the first 2 groups here. Like I have this feeling of like, I'm nervous to be around this person. Like this person's so cool. Like I'm worried about how you, like what you think of me more than I was in the other groups for some reason, which is funny. So we'll see how that energy plays into all of this too. Okay, so we have taking risks, literally the theme of our reading, like taking leaps of faith. And then we have freedom. Come on, and look at the bird. Like we have a hawk and we have this like sparrow. Like the bird symbolism is insane. Like you are so meant to fly free. And then the chess game now is making me think of someone who's trying to like bargain for their freedom. So that's interesting. I'm definitely curious to see what else is going on. A couple more oracles. This is the energy of you didn't realize it, but you were free all along. And you finally awakening to that. And there can be paradox in that, because like, okay, say for instance, you're stuck in a pattern for a long time. You're stuck somewhere with someone doing something that you know isn't going to last. You know this thing is temporary. You know it's not really where you ultimately want to be, but yet you feel stuck there. Like you feel like, no, this is like, you're in the illusion of stuckness, but strangely enough, you needed to be there to like retrieve an aspect of your soul, or like to heal a part of yourself. Like you needed to be in this like liminal space to retrieve something, to heal, like it was necessary. But at the same time, there's this messaging of you were free all along. You could have broken out of that all along. And it's almost like you had to convince yourself that you were stuck. Because if you knew you were free, you would just escape. But like a part of you knew you needed to be there because there was just something you needed to do. Like there was something that needed to be finished, completed, like a cycle. So there is like the paradox of that, which is so interesting. And like there's this feeling of like awakening to the reality you were free all along, but then feeling frustrated with that because you want to know that that past cycle had purpose. You want to know that where you've been, like you needed to be there. Like you weren't just making a huge mistake and staying somewhere you weren't supposed to stay. There's just so much like paradoxical energy intermingled in it. And I think there's a feeling of coming to terms with all of it and just saying like, yeah, I was free all along. I could have broken out all along, but I'm okay with the decisions I've made. And you know what? I'm breaking free now. So that's all that matters. And I'm so happy that I went down that path because a part of me really needed my own help. And I really needed, it just feels like going down a soul retrieval path, recollecting a part of yourself you otherwise would have left behind, and retrieving it, integrating it, and then finally feeling more whole, more rooted, more safe. Now you can move forward into the free life that you want, you know? Okay, so yes, a couple more cards from Native Spirit. Yeah, like I closed my eyes and I was seeing like a window with a, you know, like the cross, like the lines on the window, like a cross. And I just see you being inside this house and kind of feeling trapped there, but like looking out the window and knowing where you're meant to be, but you're still stuck in the house, you know, like you're still stuck here, but you know you're meant to be there too on some level. So it's like a frustrating energy. Okay, so we have Sacred Mountain and Elder. That feels so strong, grounded, rooted. Like, I think you're going to have the sense of freedom that's so stabilized, where you feel so safe in it. Like your foundation will be steady. You'll feel so rooted in who you are, but yet you'll feel so free. And that's priceless. And this journey you've been on has been exactly what you needed to do and where you need to be to get there. So let's get into our tarot. So I'm pulling from the Wild Unknown and the Radiant Wild, doing 2 decks. Okay, so as I'm pulling these cards, I take the energy when I'm pulling cards and shuffling into account, because there's this feeling of, one part of me knows I'm supposed to pull these cards, like I'm not supposed to shuffle anymore. But then another part of me that's more flighty is like, no, I don't know if this is right. Like, don't pull it, I don't know, maybe that. And I'm like, no, this is the card. So it's so, I don't know. Like, let me pull the cards and maybe that'll help me understand. Yes, we literally have the Queen of Pentacles as I pull the card. Like, one of the most stable, grounded energies. Like, this is you. Like, safe, powerful, rooted, provided for, and providing for others. Overflowing abundance, love, nurturing. Like, that's you. And then we have the Strength card. Wow. Oh my God. Then we have the Lovers. All right. There's just like a weird questioning of decisions. And I think that's normal when you're entering into new like pathways. Like when you're not like in the same old ruts, you know, the same old patterns. It's like, it's okay if you're questioning your decisions. Just the important thing is that you make the decision. It's going to feel weird at first. It's going to feel uncomfortable. But it feels worse if you fall back into old patterning. That just feels even worse. Like I'd rather, it's like You'd rather be more uncomfortable in that first step and then feel better afterwards than feel comfortable in the first step and then feel like shit afterwards. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the center, the Seven of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Death card. Death energy was really present in the group too. I can't believe you got freedom and taking risks in like a leap of faith reading. That's so cool. Weirdly though, I still have yet to pull the Fool in anything today. That's funny. There's something here with slow and steady wins the race with Turtle. The Turtle in this middle card, and then the Knight of Pentacles is so Turtle energy, like turtle in the hair. You're taking an exit, you know, you're taking a new path in your life. And it could feel scary if you look at the long game. Like if you look at where you want to be, if you look at what you need to happen for security, you know. But if you just look at like the next step or the next 2 steps or the next week, and that's it, the next month, and you just stay trustful and you've got your next month covered, you know, you've got your next, like I know my next step, that's all I need to know. Or I don't know my next step, that's all I need to know. That means I can sit in stillness and just make sure my basic needs are met and sit in stillness for now. There's that energy moving forward of, I just need to know my next step. And you feel rooted in that. And you feel more rooted in that and more safe in that and more assured in that because you know you're headed in the direction your soul's being called to. So, like if you were to stay in ultimate security and knowing exactly what's going to happen and staying in that old patterning, you would feel miserable. And you know that. So your soul is more settled with the unknown. And moving forward, it feels safer. And that just means you're ready. You've gotten yourself to a point where you're ready. There's nothing to fear. You can trust yourself and you can trust the divine to provide for you. And you have everything you need. You have the Mother of Pentacles here. You have literally like your 3 cards from the Wild Unknown Tarot are Mother of Pentacles, Strength, and the Lovers. Like you have everything you need internally and externally. You're strong enough to see anything through. You're strong enough to see any doubt, any uncertainty through. There's so much love present in these 3 cards over here. So much support. Like the Lion is making me think of the divine. The Lovers is making me think of spirit guides. Like the traditional Lovers card is like the 2 people with the angel watching over them. And the Mother of Pentacles is, it's like this all providing, nurturing energy that you have access to within yourself and all around you, maybe within some people in your life as well. Like you have everything you need. You're not going to fail in your new venture, in your new steps into the unknown, into freedom. Now we move over here and we have the Seven of Wands, Page of Wands, and Death. So Seven of Wands is a card about standing firm and protecting your boundaries. Is deer a spirit animal for you? This Death card has deer antlers. We have a deer, a mama deer, and a baby deer. And then on this Elder card, we have like a stag and all these other deer surrounding the stag. So that could be a really powerful spirit animal for you. And it's interesting that it's next to the Strength card. The Strength card is about gentleness, like taming something ferocious with gentleness and love. So yeah, deer spirit could be really powerful for you. There's something here with the Seven of Wands, like protecting your path, especially it's next to this Knight of Pentacles. The slow and steady path towards, I guess your freedom is what keeps coming through, whatever that means to you. But I feel like, and then with all these hands kind of coming into reach and this woman being here like vigilant and just being aware, I feel like there might be external voices, perspectives, energies that could make you question the direction you're choosing to head in, to kind of into a greater sense of freedom and expansion in your life. Color, opportunity, just that new fresh energy we were talking about, that is so stable, by the way. Like, there's nothing that could, like, the sacred mountain and elder, like, you're going in the right direction, and it's so profoundly rooted. But there's like something going on. Like, there might be, after you take initial steps, or you begin to plan to take these steps, there could be some energies coming in that kind of test your resolve. Not that I think the universe, 2112, there's like a mirroring energy. I looked up at the camera timer, 2112. But, that could be it. Like, energies that kind of mirror back to you your fears and worries around taking a scary step. And you have to recognize that it is a reflection of your own fears. And that's okay, and that's normal. These fears were once something that kept you safe, but they're no longer needed. And so with that, the deer spirit, yes, gentleness, the best way that you're going to be able to handle these is not through self-righteousness, not through like, I'm right, you're wrong, not through force, not through push, not through any negativity. It's going to be through love and gentleness and gratitude. It's going to be, I see you, I honor you, and I hear your worries, I hear your fears, whether this is literal people around you or your own voice inside. I see that, and I'm so grateful you were there for me to help me see that I needed to, be in certain spaces and energies before. But I don't need that anymore, and I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to be free, and I'm ready to exist in a different state of being now. So thank you so much, but I have to go. And so it's just like this slow and gentle letting down that you'll be doing. So again, the Patreon, the second reading with the Infinite Prayer Session, that's what we're doing. We're doing a ceremony to release and let go of the old, and to have that gentle experience of gratitude for what was. So that could be something you're interested in. So there's a link down below if you are. But yeah, so Page of Wands is beautiful. It is a card of creativity, fun, light, color. I just see, like, you are not going to regret your decision to move into greater freedom, to take a risky step forward, like you're going to have a portal where it feels scary and uncertain, but you'll have that settledness in your soul the whole time. But then you'll land in such a steady, grounded, rooted, safe place that feels so stabilized because you've done what you've needed to do. You've healed, you've listened, you've honored all parts of you. You've taken steps, like step by step. I mean, this Knight of Pentacles is in the center of your reading, and it's about like the long game, step by step by step by step, even like when it feels redundant, even when it feels monotonous, like you've done it, you keep moving towards a stabilized path. And so you've laid such a beautiful foundation that you're safe to take that leap. So both internal and external foundation, and you're just landing into this brand new, pages are brand new energies, this brand new creative, like so much inspiration is going to pour into your world, and you're going to feel free and light and right where you're meant to be. And that's beautiful. And I love this death card. Like, she's meditating. She has this like deer skull on her head, and she's in the middle of a flower field. They're rainbow energy. It's like, it's kind of giving resurrection too. And joy, like joy in the journey, joy in the release, and finding humor in the scary parts, finding humor in the unsteadiness of that portal that you're walking through, like there's something there. There's like a feeling of like when you're at like a celebration of life and someone says something so funny that like in a loving way that like breaks that facade of sorrow or that facade of sullenness and brings a light and a joy. It cracks like this light and joy into this otherwise dark energy. And you're going to have a lot of moments like that, because there could be some mourning phases, releases, but then this like beautiful light that cracks through right in that moment. That's like, yes, this is exactly what I was supposed to be doing. And so you have so much joy ahead of you, and so much like recognizing, I don't know, reckoning. I'm not sure if that's the right wording, but it's just facing what you need to face to become all of who you want to be, and to experience the life you truly want to experience. You, not like anyone else, like the one that's most aligned to your soul essence. That's what's best for you, and because of that, that's what's best for everyone. And you know that, and you'll feel that on the other side. You will. So I'm going to pull one last card from the Work Your Light Oracle. And I'm going to read from the guidebook from this one. Okay. So we have Get Grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. You are being called to get grounded, to ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you're not grounded, it is all too easy to get swept up in other people's energy and mistake it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you are absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. If you pulled this card, you are very likely an empath or a highly sensitive person and need time alone to fill up your well, balance your energy, and get grounded. There are two types of people: those who draw their energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are and carve out time each day to ensure your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all powers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It is easy to get swept up in the high frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all of this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting to the power of Mother Earth. Spend time in nature, put your hands on a tree, your palms are extension of your heart chakra, or walk barefoot on the earth. Work your light action. Do something to get grounded and connect with the earth. Okay, so that's just kind of reiterating the Seven of Wands. Grounding yourself, rooting into your path, and like I heard, not taking no for an answer. Like, you know where you're going, and you're not going to let external energies throw you off course, or your fears throw you off course. You're just going to take one step after the other, just like you've done up till now, but this time you're taking one step after another into something that's a little more unknown. And that's okay. And that's exactly where you're supposed to be going, where you're supposed to be. So, okay. I think, is this it? I feel like there's like, oh, I think we need to pull one more card. Yeah. Ooh, play. Okay. That's all I wanted. Yeah. Have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. You're headed somewhere beautiful. So celebrate that fact. Even if you're not there yet, just celebrate it. It's already happening. It's already happened. So you are free. So thank you so much for being here. I am honored by your presence. And if you feel called to listen to the outro, there is a bit more about Patreon, the Infinite Prayer, my adorable merch, and my other YouTube channel. So thank you so much for being here. Bye. If you'd like to be supported more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick a flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of the Little Flower Patreon. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment, a sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. Each month in the Wellspring membership, I channel a theme or prompt for 2 new pick a flower readings, with one of those readings laying the foundation for what emerges in the Infinite Prayer. Using Reiki, prayer, intuitively guided affirmations, and a belief in miracles, I offer a new, powerful transmission each month. With the Overflow membership, receive everything in Wellspring, plus access to every new extended Infinite Prayer session drawn from monthly YouTube readings from October 2025 on. Click the link in the description box below if you feel called to explore. Feel free to like, comment, drop a flower emoji, or subscribe to The Little Flower. You may browse single infinite prayer transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo with the phrase "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip or buy me a coffee if you feel called to. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, my heart and soul in video form. I'd be honored to have you over there as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. So if you haven't been here, I am Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for this reading, the prompt that came through is answer the call, level up, the messages you need to nudge you into your leap of faith. So this was inspired by the reading that I'm doing, the readings that I'm doing for February of 2026 in my Patreon membership. So we're currently in an eclipse portal. So the eclipse is just in a couple days from when I'm recording this. There is a solar eclipse in Aquarius on February 17th. There's a lunar eclipse on March 3rd, I think. And the energy of this eclipse is that of, for me anyway, and for what I'm feeling called to give, to share, like the way I'm feeling called to serve, is to give you an opportunity to break a pattern for good, like an underlying pattern that's been stubborn, that's been there for years, decades even, and to fully let it emerge and see it for what it is, and then to bring you an opportunity to put ceremony around that and to truly release it within the infinite prayer session for the second reading. So if you feel called to that, there will be a link down below. But the reason I'm inspired by that is because the energy with this reading is that of a new beginning, is that of taking a leap of faith into your new patterning. So like when you let go of an old patterning, a new one gets kind of replaced, it's like new neural pathways, which can be uncomfortable at first because it's not this well-worn path like how you've been. It's something brand new and exciting, and it's heading you towards like your destiny. It's heading you towards something more aligned for your soul. And it's so cool that you've already done all the work to get yourself to a point where you could begin anew in this way. And so yeah, that's the energy of this reading. So let's go ahead and get into it. You chose group number 4 with the red Gerbera daisy. So Gerbera daisies are symbolic of friendship and joy and love, and the red color is a color of the root chakra, a color of security. It's also a color of passion. So, and I kind of like during my Patreon reading today felt this new meaning of Gerbera daisies, which is they look like eyes. I've never really thought about it, but they look like open eyes. It's like awakening to something, seeing something new and fresh. So that's another meaning of the Gerbera daisy. So let's go ahead and ask this daisy if she has anything to say to you right now. So, lovely Gerbera daisy, do you have anything to say to group number 4? And the fact that you're group number 4 and this is a red daisy, there's something about your sense of rootedness, your sense of security. Like 4 is a number of stability, security, like foundations. And yeah, there's something here. So let's see if the daisy has something to say about that. You are safe and you've always been safe. The reason your nervous system gets activated from time to time is because you have a built-in safety mechanism that protects you. It's just that at times it can, I'm hearing this, it's kind of random, but get out of whack. Like it's almost as if your nervous system is something that works like a well-oiled machine, and trauma acts like a wrench in the gears. And there is a way to get it back to its natural state where it's only heightened when it truly needs to be, when there's a true threat. So there's a way to feel stable and secure and grounded and rooted and safe, and have that stabilized experience of heightening when it's necessary, and then have that ability to just go back to neutral as soon as the risk or the heightened sensitivity that's necessary isn't necessary anymore. So you're being called into nervous system regulation and management, and it's more neutral than you think. Nervous systems that are out of whack can make us feel fearful, and it can feel personal, but it's not. It's simply a wrench in the gears, and it's simply something that needs to be fixed and aligned, realigned, recalibrated. And you have the tools to be able to do that. You truly do. All you have to do is seek them out, find them, utilize them. Or maybe there are people that you can seek out that can help you do this, that are trained to help fix the nervous system, like as if it's a machine, as if it's, this thing that can be fixed. So just know that your nervous system is truly healable and rebalanceable. I feel like I stumbled through so many words within that messaging, which is so funny. But I mean, that's the energy of new beginnings, right? You kind of like stumble through like a newbie energy. So let's just go ahead and get into your reading. So I pulled a card from the Tree Keeper's Oracle, which feels good for you guys because there is this stabilizing energy that wants to come in, this rooted, safe feeling. And trees, of course, are such grounding beings. And your card is 32 with Keeper of Creativity. Whoa, there are a bunch of like fairy beings on this card, and they're all staring like directly into like like as if it were a camera, the person painting them, but they're staring directly forward, like they have a mission or they have something to say. With Keeper of Creativity, your creativity could be one key to a regulated nervous system. Your art, your voice, something that you create from the soul and from your soul's truth could be something that heals you, truly heals you. I'm going to keep pulling cards though, to get more context. I'm going to pull from the Sacred Destiny. So there's kind of a heavier energy present right now. Like I feel it in my gut. Like it just feels like this energy of being bombarded with energies that are not your own, like that are like heavy, weighing you down or slowing you down or muddying waters and like making you not be able to see clearly. That's the feeling. Maybe this is something you experienced either in your past or maybe something you're experiencing now, but nonetheless, that's how I feel right now. So it's like I want to like do some energy work on myself and like clear this away, but it's like I also kind of want to sit with it and be like, what is this? Why is it here? How can I shift it? So let's see. We have going forward. Okay. New pathways. And then we have potential. Okay. So there's definitely some movement that's wanting to occur here. And it feels like this Keeper of Creativity, like your art is going to save you in ways. Your art is going to heal you. Your art is going to free you. The voice of your soul being expressed and heard and landed on the ears of those who it's meant to land on. The eyes, the ears, in the hands of, there's something to that. Okay, let's keep pulling cards. Interesting. There's almost like a feeling of impracticality, like that you might be placing around your art, or like something that's a true soul expression. That's like joy for the sake of joy, like expression for the sake of expression, that perhaps you put on the back burner because you don't see it as a necessity, but your soul sees it as a necessity. Your nervous system sees it as a necessity. And so in essence, you're kind of like neglecting a need. It's like you think you're honoring your needs by putting more energy and time into something that would bring forth you like provision, like money, or that would help you feel secure just in the world, you know, help you feel safe and secure. But true safety and security comes from the soul first. And if your soul's telling you this is what I need to feel secure and safe, then you have to listen to that, because that's truth. That's ultimate truth. This is one of those circumstances where I need to take my own advice, because there are some creative things that I want to do all the time, and I think, oh, that's not a priority. And it's like, maybe my soul, you know, maybe our souls, like, they cry out for that expression, and it should be a priority. Owl medicine, interesting. Owls represent spirit guides for me. We also have grandfather sky, which is making me think of a spirit guide as well. But then owls give me a feminine vibe, and grandfather sky obviously is a masculine energy. So there's something there with that balance. There's something that your creativity, your voice, your art, like there's a pathway that wants to take you down, that's going to lead you into places that you would never know are a possibility for you unless you just go down the path, unless you go down that creative path. That needs to be an integral part of your journey. You honoring your creativity, you honoring your art, whatever art means to you. It's the thing that your soul deeply desires to express. So that can come in so many different forms. It could be like building something, like building shelves, like carpentry. It can be like writing poetry. It can be producing artwork. It can be like knitting. It's something like with a soul creation, a birth of something beautiful, something that only you can create, you know. It's something like that. I'm going to go ahead and get into the tarot, the Wild Unknown Tarot. If there are any parts of your journey or any places where you do feel heavy or stagnant, the key to not feeling that heaviness anymore is to take it and transmute it into creation. And like turn it into something, even if it seems frivolous to do it, even if it seems like it has no, like there's no rhyme or reason, like there's no practical reason for you to follow a path, like there's no destination in sight. I promise you there is a destination, you just won't know it till you get there. Ooh. Okay, the energy's shifting now. Yeah, it's like you said yes to the expression of your soul and to your art or whatever it is, and then I feel this joy coming in, this lightness coming in. Yeah, much better. Okay, the Emperor, you are so steady and safe. There's something being built that like you're a part of. Like the Emperor is number 4 too. This stability, this structure, this empire, really. Wow, you have the Ace of Pentacles too. That's crazy. And then you have Judgment. Okay. All right, let's get into the Radiant Wilds Tarot. Doing 2 decks today. Well, I usually do 2 decks, but I'm doing it kind of different today. I'm doing side by side. Do the frivolous thing. Do the thing that doesn't seemingly matter, but you just want to do it. That's the energy of this reading. That's your next. It's not even a leap of faith, you know. It's just doing art, expressing something into the world, but and it might feel like a leap of faith. That's the whole point. Like it feels uncomfortable because I almost feel like there's this feeling of I'm neglecting, like if I do this, I'm neglecting like someone or something or a part of my life that's like I need to put all my energy into this other part of my life that provides me security. But like it's almost like you're telling yourself you're being neglectful or you're being frivolous, you're being like childlike or childish, like you're confusing childlike with childish. But it's like, but no, absolutely not. There is a way to integrate your art and your creativity into your daily life or into your weekly life that feels safe and rooted. And you're meant to find that little portal, that little way to get into that patterning. Okay, so we have the High Priestess. I love the High Priestess, and we have the Owl Medicine. That's like profound, divine feminine wisdom. That could be something that is guiding you and that wants to be expressed. We also have 3 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Cups, your inner child, and the King of Cups. Okay. The King of Cups with the 6 of Cups is making me think of like a father and child. And then the King of Cups makes me think of someone who would totally be like a father figure, who would totally be supportive of your creative endeavors and honor it and see it as worthy. I wonder if some of you didn't have that kind of energy in your life growing up, like someone who saw like the brilliance of your soul nature and your voice and your like what you could be capable of creating in this world, the love that you are, and putting that into some form in the world and giving it to the world just through sheer pleasure and joy. Like if you haven't had that be validated, it's really hard to get yourself to that point, because it's going to be this like need for self-validation after self-validation after self-validation against the grains of what you not only grew up with and what's been ingrained in your mind, body, and being since childhood, but also like in a world, especially in Western culture, where that's not highly valued. That's not highly valued in school, in public schools growing up in Western culture. And so I think it just feels like this, like I don't know, like you're pushing into something that won't lead anywhere, like because all of your false beliefs tell you that's true, but your soul is like, knows that that's the only direction it ever wanted to go in. You know, it doesn't mean you have to like throw away everything that provides you security. It just means you have to honor this part of you, because I do think there is a path for it. And I think it's going to land you, like it's going to change your course over time and land you in places you wouldn't have been like otherwise if you hadn't honored this part of you. And it's going to not only places in the world and in community, but places in the landscape of your soul where you feel fulfilled, where you feel like you've honored yourself, where you don't have regrets, that kind of thing. You're going to land somewhere different. Like your life's going to look different because you honored your soul's expression along the way. And it's like you never needed to know where it was leading you. And that's part of the beauty of it. It's like what a soul need to honor a part of you that doesn't have like expectations or destinations or goals in mind for what it's going to be. It's just honoring the truth of who you are in essence. You are worthy because you are. It's honoring that truth. What more beautiful thing to do with your life, you know? It doesn't have to be all your life, but like as a part of your being. It's an integral nature of who, like it's important. It's a need. It's just as much a need as any other element of your life. Like, yes, you can keep the body alive by your needs of a roof over your head and food on the table. But can you keep your soul alive too by only making sure that that's taken care of? And the answer is probably not. So soul, body, mind, spirit, all of it need to be taken into account when it comes to your needs, and you need to take them seriously. Okay. So trust in who you are. Oh, you know what's funny? I've barely looked at these cards. I've been closing my eyes and channeling this whole time. That was based off of the King of Cups and 6 of Cups. We have 3 of Pentacles here. Your creative journey could lead you to more, like 3 of Pentacles is about collaboration and community. And it's also about like contribution, like what you have to give. And that being needed in the world, being honored and seen as valuable in the world. Like the world needs what you have to give, period. We need your voice. We need your contribution. As much as you don't think it, there is the perfect person out there who needs to receive what you have to give. And it's going to change their life and inspire them and change. There's ripple effects that come from this. So just remember that. This is an awakening. I mean, we have the Judgment card here, Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, new material beginnings. Like you're putting something out there into the world. It is necessary. That's it. I mean, I'm like sitting here. I was like, is that the message? Is there anything else? But yeah, the Judgment card is like you have 3 major arcanas here, the High Priestess, the Emperor, and the Judgment. And this feels like going within with the high priestess, honoring your innate wisdom, honoring it so much that you turn it into something beautiful and express it onto the earth plane. And that being an integral part of this, like this empire you're building, this holistic manifestation of a beautiful life. Ace of Pentacles is your offering. It's what you're giving to the world. And it's being so well received. And it not only well received, but being seen as like necessary. So you may have not had that validation growing up or thus far, but I promise you, if you keep creating and letting that be a part of your life, you will get that validation from the external world. I promise you that. I love that potential's here too. It's just like you're teeming with this potential. And it's just like, you don't have to put any pressure on it. You don't know where it's going to go, but just follow it. That's all you have to do. There's no pressure whatsoever. And that's the beautiful part of it. Even if it feels like you don't really know what you're making off the bat, or if like it feels messy, or you don't feel like you're creating something good, it's like, who cares? There's no pressure on this. You're just doing it just to do it. You're fulfilling a part of your soul, period. That's the only reason you're doing it. And it will lead you somewhere beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to pull one last card from the Work Your Light Oracle. And I'm going to read from the guidebook for this. One last message. Okay, so we have Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, and Teacher. Like, boom. Beauty and devotion. And the fact that it says priestess and it's right on top of this high priestess. It's like beauty, being devoted to beauty. Being devoted to beautifying your soul by honoring your soul and creating what you want to create. Beautifying the world with what you want to create. And having a devotion to that is what you're being called into. Okay. I think I'm overanalyzing the wording there. Let's see. Sisterhood of the Rose. Okay. Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. The Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. You're being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. You're being called to spend more time in nature as all the ancient secrets live there. Mother Earth is constantly whispering. Spend time admiring her creations and you will be rewarded with insight and grace. You're being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around you and contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way too. This could be through your own creations or in the little things like how you dress, to picking flowers for your home. Every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonize the planet a little more, and the shift in vibration can be felt. Surround yourself with beauty and create beauty wherever you go. Exactly. Like, I feel like I need to tell you that even the smallest creations of beauty that are just put out there to be received matter. Like, they matter so much. Even if it feels imperfect, even if it feels like the texture of it and the love inherent in it is what's felt. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter how it turns out. It just matters that it's there. It's able to be received, you know? So yeah. Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you so much, group number 4, for being here. I am honored by your presence. And if you feel called to, go ahead and listen to my outro to learn more about Patreon, the Infinite Prayer, my adorable merch, and my other YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Bye. If you'd like to be supported more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick-a-flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of the Little Flower Patreon. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment, a sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. Each month in the Wellspring membership, I channel a theme or prompt for 2 new Pick a Flower readings, with one of those readings laying the foundation for what emerges in the Infinite Prayer. Using Reiki, prayer, intuitively guided affirmations, and a belief in miracles, I offer a new, powerful transmission each month. With the Overflow membership, receive everything in Wellspring, plus access to every new extended Infinite Prayer session drawn from monthly YouTube readings from October 2025 on. Click the link in the description box below if you feel called to explore. Feel free to like, comment, drop a flower emoji, or subscribe to The Little Flower. You may browse single Infinite Prayer transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo with the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip or buy me a coffee if you feel called to. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, my heart and soul in video form. I'd be honored to have you over there as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved.